What are you? Draw a card? Never. Not on my watch, my friend. You ain't drawing cards. Man, look at this. Discarding and killing the creatures? That's so fun. Against Mono Red, so he will be left with one card. But I think all of your creatures died. So why are you buffing something you don't have? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we will be playing Orzhov Control finally, and as you have seen in the intro, Mono Red has a hard time against this one, and that means only one thing: we are having a lot of fun. So I think you will like this video. About the new cards, we use Rush of Dread together with one copy of Bloodletter. I actually didn't even want to include the combo, however we play 4 Insatiable Avarice, so it would be an absolute sin to not play the combo, because you can tutor for the missing part. But Rush of Dread is here mostly as a control tool, and you'll see it in action. And of course, an instant sweeper. So guys, you know it will be fun. I hope you'll enjoy the video. And by the way, thank you for all the new subscriptions. If you were one of those heroes that subscribed in the last few days, believe me, I've noticed. Thank you and welcome to the channel. I hope you'll enjoy your stay and enjoy the content. And for all the veterans, I mean, bros, you're the best. Alright guys, let's go into games, have fun and enjoy the Mono Red misery. Alright, we're on the draw, so that's a little bit rough. Let's see how insanely aggressive our opponent will be. Of course, man, on the play with Swift Spear. Just too good at magic. Just too good at magic. So we have really decent draw, but it might not matter because we are on the draw. It might be a huge problem. Of course they have the Anger, the best card for the buffing. You know, it doesn't cost you basically anything and you get all the stats, and it also improves your late game. It doesn't work, you know when you are on the draw and I can remove it in response, but on the play it's just pure value. Alright, so let's go with this one. Of course, oh, they don't have the Slickshot. That's actually kinda surprising to me. So now, okay, we are starting to play the game. Alright, this is the first turn when we can do actually something. Good play by our opponent. This is not a creature, not a buff spell, and it still buffs the Swift Spear, so low risk, high reward. Very awkward situation. I know he has the buff, he knows I have removal, and now it's like, I think we still go for March. I don't want to give him any free damage, but that's really good for him. He really didn't want to invest in extra cards here. This is also Exile effect. Sure. I'm a little bit surprised that he did this. I don't think it makes much sense. I think he might really want this Cry. So, Agandra. I really think we need this land. Agandra is great, but we just cannot, you know, go with it. Like, we have too many important 4-drops. I probably want to get okay. He sees the priority, like he's smart, like this is pretty high rank guy. What are you? Draw a card? Never. Not on my watch, my friend. You ain't drawing cards. You need to play blue, and we know that you won't. Alright, so, the question, do we want a vampire or Elspeth? She has way more loyalty. I think we might die if we play Elspeth, because if his draw is insane, he might have some combination that will outright kill us, and this is also great blocker versus Kumaro. So Sorin will probably die, this might also die, but I hope it will cost them some cards and they need to have perfect draw. I don't doubt they will, alright? I don't doubt it, but at least they need to use it. You know, they can get all the draws they want from, you know, just 0 mana tutoring, but they still need to pay the cost of cards. And that's a problem for them. And this is a problem for me. Do we go with Bloodletter of Aklazot? It's not something that trades very well. It protects Elspeth though. If I play Elspeth, I think he will just run her over, most likely. So if he doesn't have a pump spell, this should be enough, and if he has a pump spell, at least we save Elspeth, right? and he still needs to use it, and then maybe the tokens will be enough to block it. You know, if he keeps drawing exactly the answer to whatever we are playing, we will be in trouble, but if he whiffs for even moment, you know, that's okay for us. Double swing. Alright, so we assume that he has 1 mana instant. Of course he has it, right? I could go with Elspeth and get this to higher values, but I don't think it's very good. That's an interesting one. I could see the argument for it. So if I block here, he will pump... He has to pump this, right? And then this is only 3-2. If I block this... I mean, he still needs to... Okay, I don't think it makes the most difference. I think we absorb more this way. Oh, alright. That's actually okay. I expected that he will have something stronger. Man, going for this is just a little bit crazy. Like, it's too crazy for me even. We could search something or draw 3 cards and still play something, but I think we go Elspeth first. Like, let's try here and we see what we get. At some point he should start having, you know, all the combat tricks, and then we slowly take over. But man, his draw is overall really good. If I draw Sheoldred, that's probably game. Alright, that's strong. Man, this guy always has the next thing. Alright. Of course we have to go like this. And that means another activation. Of course we drew a land from the top. You know, I'm not surprised, unfortunately. And we have 2 ways to play, you know, about it. Like, we can go for just tapping out fully. I could get 1 go for the throat. You know what? That should be good enough, right? I go to 9. I pay 5 mana. Yeah, that's the winning play, I think. Man, this will hurt. This will really hurt. He's tapped, alright. Alright, let's go for the big play. I will be the player. And this is scary, but we have to do it. So this is go for the throat. And some random cards. Here's the Shelly. So I hope if he draws a buff spell, then we can still kill the creature that he targets. If he double plays something and Godric has flying, we can kill Godric and then block something else. I think that should be good enough. And we have so much mana on the next turn because we overdrew lands that we can go Interrupter and Sheoldred. Alright? Very good for them. Man, that's really good. They really wanted to get rid of it because for this turn it's basically like a removal and life gain in 1. Because it blocks full damage and also life gains. So that gave them like so much extra damage. Let's see how they go about Elspeth. They know that we tutored 1 of the cards. That's a smart attack. No way they have something. I'm still killing Godric. Even if they kill Elspeth, that's fine. If they pump Kumano, that's not lethal because it's hitting Elspeth. And we get another activation. If that's Lightning Strike or Play with Fire, and they use it, it's still fine. Of course, man, their draw is insane. They have everything they want, and it won't be enough because our deck is too good at killing aggro. That means we go for Shelly. We play the land. No. And we have the Interrupter. So whatever they draw, it won't work. And then we go for Rush. And then we life gain. Man, we won this, but it's actually insane that we won. And this is a really high ranked player. Well, at this point it doesn't matter. When it mattered, he drew everything. Right now it doesn't matter, like we are winning this game anyway. Let's play this. No Mirrex, and I think, let's count the mana. Let's go, well, we will pay a lot. So we only need 3. So we have 5 mana. Alright, let's do it this way then. You want to race? Here you go. Here you go, my friend. And we are the aggressor now. He will die on the next turn. And we have the Interrupter, so whatever he draws, it won't matter. He needs to attack if he has any hope of winning, and we won this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we won this game. Yeah, I can allow it, because I want him to keep attacking. Theoretically, he can draw 1 card. Alright. And that will be everything. And we don't block, because we are the mono red right now. Of course, the last draw of the game. But I think that was a worthwhile game. Like, you know, it was still mono red, but I think we did nicely. Yeah, this will be rough. We're on the draw, but we don't have more stuff. Fortunately, our opponent is, you know, plotting one of the cards, so that will open our Go for the Throat. This needs to do a lot of work. We cannot march it, because it's 2 mana converted cost. Alright. We don't love it. Harvester of Misery. Man, thank you for being here. It will also encourage him to play this, because the Harvester won't hit this card. So they might be thinking, well, that's great for me. And we are tapped, so less options. I really hope he goes absolutely all in. It seems that he's going absolutely all in. I'm clicking it. Oh man. Okay, so I don't want him to draw a card, to be honest. Okay, I gave it away already. So there were 2 options. Either I let him draw all the cards and just click it as quick as possible, so he uses multiple cards, he draws 1, but then he loses the rest, or I go with this play. You know, basically what I've done. And next time I can go with the Fortress. Oh man. They will go super crazy on us. They don't have another, probably. I'm a little bit scared to go with Sorin. I am a little bit scared. I really want to draw cards, man. Alright, so they have an instant that targets some... Okay, I think if I -2... Yeah, let's go for plus. I might regret it super hard, but I think they have like burn spell. And having more, you know, toughness or loyalty on Sorin will make it more resistant. They might go all in and kill it, probably with haste, but, you know, they need to invest cards into it. And that means Sorin live gained anyway. This is the best case for them, because this is the only spell that buffs without costing a card. But I'm a huge fan of 1 mana, you know, spells that draw a card. Like, it seems great. Alright. If they don't kill Sorin, that's a big deal. Yeah, look, even with the Anger, which is just absolute premium what they could ever hope for, they still need to invest so many cards into it. They went greedy. I think they have something that kills Sorin, and they just decided to not go with it. Okay, so they want to do it now. Is there any reason why you didn't do it earlier? Man, I have zero idea what they are doing. And I'm pretty sure they have no idea as well. Alright, we could discard their cards. We could also play Liliana. We don't have cards to exile here. Alright, on the next turn... So this is 6 mana, right? On the next turn I can go for 2 modes. But they might not have enough cards. Man, that's a hard choice. I actually need to think about it. We can win this game if we do it right. So what do they have in the end? Not creatures. I think those are buff spells. We still have open march. I'll go with this. I think it's okay. Because not only we get rid of a card already, so we get decent value, we also protect against 1-drops, which is, you know, not perfect, but something. Here's Godric. Alright. You know what? I'll take it. This gives us like a lot of value here. Look at this. Man, look at this. So we go for discarding and killing the creatures. 2/2. Man, that's so fun. Against mono red, so he will be left with one card. It will be a good card, but it's only one card. And later we can try. Man, I'm at 20 somehow. It feels like they never hit us because they didn't. See, those were the cards. One buff spell. I think this is the best buff spell they had. Maybe Monstrous Rage. I mean, not this particular card, but you know, the one they had before. Avarice. With this, we want to play the land. Do I draw 3 cards or do I search for a card? Man, searching seems so good. I can go Shelly and probably win on the next turn. And I still can kill the 1-drop. Man, that's a bit risky play, but I'm going for it. 5 mana, right? 3/5. I'm at 19, so I think it's okay. I hope it's okay. If we draw white card, we could make sure that we draw white card, but I don't think it's great. Yeah, let's not be greedy. It's just Shelly, because that closes the game. No white cards, so, you know, not perfect. I would love to have a white card, because that would kill, like, Godric or whatever. This might make things a little bit harder. Here it comes. Just name the card. However, we have decent answers. The damage is strong, but it's only down to 12. I really want to play both of those cards on the next turn. Can I say no to this? Probably no. Quality content as always. I could also go Liliana, Shelly. Alright guys, I just won't resist this. This is just too good. Man, instant sweeper against mono red, making their life miserable. Like this is what we live for, on our right. And I think, weren't we on mulligan on this game? Oh, this is so unfortunate. But I think all of your creatures died. So why are you buffing something you don't have? Yeah, like, man, I don't know why they played it. Scoop time? Kumano. Alright. I see you like it a lot. You definitely like it a lot. I mean, the counter is on the next turn, right? So we can keep the mana. Maybe something better will happen. Oh boy. And we can get rid of... Do I pay myself? No. Alright. I got scared for a second. We don't need to go Elspeth because we hold March and we win the game. Man, like, we absolutely destroyed them this game. I think we're on the mulligan, and I think he was on the play. How the hell did we win this? Especially so hard, like, man, this wasn't close. And here's the first live game, and you know what it means. A scoop, a painful, explosive scoop. Especially that we have instant removal. They are pretty high ranked, so they probably won't, you know, give up instantly. They want those points, but they ain't getting them. Oh man, we absolutely crushed this guy. Alright, so we are on the draw with extremely bad land base, but we'll take it. We will take it and see how it goes. We have Avarice, but it won't be something we cast very quickly. And for man, this is really bad. Like, we drew nearly every Mirrex from our deck. Good draw here, very important. That also lets us, well, for cycling we don't need Orzhov mana, I guess. So that's fine. Alright, so they will go crazy soon. Alright, cast a spell that's 1 or more colors, gain 1 life, and get mana, sure. I don't think pest control will be useful for now. So, I think we keep the Avarice. This is when they cast, so I don't really care about this one. I think that we need to get rid of their hand as soon as possible. They will draw a lot of cards. There is a chance we go to ultimate, but a very low one.
We all have things we
This is... I don't think this is the matchup for Misery. At least not at this stage of the game. Recruiter, alright. You know it will hurt. So they're making a huge setup. So the plan is to get them to top deck mode, like fully, and then if they have 0 cards, they need to draw something at 5 or higher. Of course, instantly they draw Leyline. Well, that's good for them. That's good for them. Well, this is extremely strong opening against what we have right now. So I think I would well, we could go for Elspeth, but I think we'd just much rather draw 2 cards. Like, we need card advantage right now. And lands for the next turns, of course. Alright, let's see it. This is an artifact, so Get Lost won't deal with it yet. Alright, I'm trying to think about the card I'm going to tutor with this. And I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe we'll just go with, you know, the kill combo. So it seems they probably have a lot of cards that aren't lands, if they are trading Heart Migration. It's not the best card for the matchup, you know, like we have so many sweepers, but yeah, I think they have better tools. Alright, here's the Fairy. Just untapping this stuff. I mean, we will have an opening with Get Lost, but we need to untap first. Maybe Get Lost into Liliana. That's very aggressive, we will tap out. I would love to play Interrupter at some point. Alright, that's it. Definitely a land for the turn. That's it. Man, like the pressure is there. The pressure is there. But we broke one of the pieces, sorry. I really want to play Liliana, but then I cannot play the Interrupter. The faster we play her, the better for us. And they already used one of the ley lines, so there is a decent chance they don't have another. I mean, they might have it anyway, but you know, we need to take our chances. Their draw is... okay. I guess their draw is perfect. What can you do? At this stage, like, if they always have the answer to whatever you play, I mean, you will probably be in a bad spot.
I know when I'm not, you won't be outsmarting me.
Like, they didn't... like, they have the best draw engine for the game, and they drew half of the removal from their deck already in, you know, top 18 cards. So it's really good for them. We try to get them to discard to 0, and instead they have 10 cards. So I mean, you can see that their draw is decent. Recruiter. Well, this will be a rough one. We also don't have sweepers or anything like it. We don't have too many, like, drawing tools. Well, I guess we have the Avarice, but we don't have removal for it. Yeah, I'm a little bit all over the place. I meant the removal for Atrax and stuff. But man, I would love to have a farewell right now in the deck. Alright, so do we really go with the robbery plan? Okay, so on this turn it's Get Lost into Interrupter, right? This has to be it. Do we have mana for it too? Yep, we do. Alright, I mean, that's it. I could also get Liliana and sacrifice. Maybe that would be better. But I like the element of surprise here. Also, like, this can counter spells that aren't, you know, counterable. Alright, attack. No blocks. And just Get Lost, please, please. Mirrex. Alright. We got rid of one of the problem. Maybe we just go... so I think it's either robbery or we just go for Bloodletter combo. One of the two. But the problem is that we have only one to tutor and we didn't draw any part of the combo so far. Sure. Like, this is not something that threatens us right now, so we don't need to counter it. If he passes the turn, that's great. That gives us probably the Avarice turn, we'll see. And let's see if he does something. I don't think mites will matter this game, but we'll, you know, go from there. It's interesting he didn't go for Atraxa. Alright. So, maybe we just go for 3 cards. But we need triple black, and that's also our... Man, this double Mirrex hurt us from start to finish. Elspeth is not very good here. I think it just has to be the Interrupter. So we can slow him down a little bit. He probably wants to play Atraxa soon, right? Like, his hand is decent, but he will be at what? 7, so 6 after a land, 5 cards, and then he can make a selection with a discard and potentially also play something else. So I think it's okay. And the more he draws... Well, I mean, it's not a big difference. Like, we can assume that he now has everything he ever wanted. So it's mostly about the mana, I guess, that limits him. We'll see. Yeah, I think Bloodletter combo seems decent, especially that they use 2 Leyline already. Well, card and a card. But we will interrupt him. It's not a counter spell, it's just interrupting. Man, this card will be insane. Like, sooner or later, this card will be insane. So they can cast it later, but it basically cost them the full turn. They definitely didn't expect this. Why are you for 2? Oh, right. Because of the tax, makes sense. They cannot cast it right now, right? Because they need the plotting turn. Or they need to cast it later. Alright. I really think we go with the Avarice. And then we play the land, so then we tutor. So they will get 1 big turn. I think they cannot kill us in 1 turn. Even though they have Recruiter, I think they won't have enough mana and all the stuff. Let's draw some cards. I think we go with Bloodletter because it's harder to get, right? We have 2 of those. So let's take the Bloodletter and hopefully the rest of the combo. We go like this, we select more cards. I mean, if we hit it, I think we win on the next... Oh man, this is slow, but this wins the game. I'm not sure if I can survive 2 turns, man. I think I probably won't, but I will try. I think going for instant win combo is just so greedy that we shouldn't do it. Because right now he can go Atraxa. I think he might have Atraxa Recruiter, right? That's a little bit of a problem. Alright. He thought about casting something, maybe binding. He is discarding Helixes. Man, I love it. That's so good for me. This is 5 mana that is not here for the turn. And I can only go for the tutor and nothing more. I wonder if they have shuffle effects. Like something that forces us to shuffle. Because then I need to draw the card and tap heavier. If that can be on top of my library. Like, for example, Field of Ruin can really mess our plan, man. They know we kept on top. Oh no, is it already? Is it already? Like, we are on 6, that's a bit on the low side. Man, I think we will die 1 turn before we make the combo. Yeah, we have 8, so we could go for it. Oh no, we need 9, right? Because this is the 2 mana mode. Alright. So we need to survive, man. We just need to survive. We play this. I could attack with the Fortress. But man, tapping out, knowing he has Recruiter, so this is 7 mana. Like, he can play Atraxa for free. So I think we have to go for the throat. That means we play this. And I mean we pray. That's it. Nothing more. And let's make sure that there are no Painlands used. So we use Chorus mana from this and not the Painlands. Oh man, but I need to draw cards, right? Because I need a land for the next turn. If I draw this, I don't draw a land. Okay, let me think about it. It will be harder than I expected a little bit. I could play this, but it will die 100%. So 3, 5. It's bad. Alright, so be it. We're going for the play. I think we will die, but I'm still doing it. I think it's a worthy attempt. And we have 3 mana. We can pain by 1, so we go for the float or just go with the march. It has to be this, and I need to hit a land. Here are the lands. So we have game-winning play on the next turn. And I think it will be exactly 1 turn too late. But let's try. There are some ways we can go around. We can even double removal, right? So we use March on the token and go for the float on Atraxa. I mean, this is the best play I have, man. I don't have more. And he can only give haste once to Atraxa, because he needs to play Recruiter before combat phase. So if we remove her then, even if he has backup Atraxa, like, she won't participate on this turn. So I mean, man, we are doing best we can. Sure. I actually want him to use all the map tokens. He doesn't know he has only this 1 turn. I want him to tap as much as possible, go for 2-turn kill. Here's your march. Interesting that he didn't want to do anything more. I wonder if he expects the combo. Not super happy with the fact that he has all the mana open. Thank you. Thank you, that's perfect. Oh man. So now, man, I need him to tap out all the white mana. This is white mana and this is white mana, right? I need him to tap so I can play the combo without any chance of him interrupting. Oh, I think it's a discard. That's perfect. Man, that's so good. He's tapping out. I will absolutely take it. This is so important. I can go for this even. Because it's a basic land. Nearly. Basic land type. Let's get Surveil. I don't need a land. Guys, can we do it? Man, that would be so epic. I really hope we can. But this Celestus and this, you know, this thing, it scares me. So if I play this, is there a chance he will respond? If he has Helix, it's... well, I mean, I'm dead then. Whatever I do, then I'm dead. This is daytime. He played spells. Alright, so Celestus won't flip. I want to make... this has absolutely zero sense, but it's something that maybe they will respond to. They have an instant, but it might just be this. Alright, guys, this is the moment of truth. Let's make sure that we have all the mana. Listen, let's go. Oh my god. Will it work? Please, please, this one time. Make it be okay. I pay. I target. I auto-pay. I pray. And I think I will lose. He definitely has it, right? Of course he has it. It's only the 3rd time. In above half the library, so man, he's really ahead on drawing those bindings. Alright, I think that was worthy attempt, guys. Good game, my friend. We'll give him the kill. He worked for it, but yeah, the AAA line was harsh here. We needed to either draw the combo a bit faster and, you know, just less clunky, so he is forced to tap out more, or just he needs to draw one ley line less. Alright, guys, going first. I kinda like this hand. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure what I want yet, so we will keep this one for future. Alright, now I know. Now I know. Alright, burn on turn 1 already, so yeah. The life will go quickly here. I really want to play this, especially if they... this is a great card, but it's not a land. Man, this is one of the best cards for the matchup, if you can play this. Alright. So I hope for a big creature. Alright. He really doesn't like my life total, man. He really doesn't like my life total. Okay, that makes me a little bit scared to play the Avarice, to be absolutely honest. Don't tell me we are doing it just to draw a land. Oh man, this is insanely bad play. Like, it's legit bad play. So next turn Godric. I think we go with Liliana. Let's get rid of stuff.
More distractions.
And those cards are good. It's either Avarice or the Showdown. I have only 3 lands, I don't have more. But this is just too slow. Like, not in this situation. Like, we need more lands in hand, so then we can, you know, develop into it. Right now we just need to push him as hard as possible. If he plays Godric, Liliana will get another card. I mean, they don't even try, man. They need this god hand to play Magic, don't they? I kinda like this hand. We don't have triple black mana yet, but we will get there. And with Elspeth we might have more life gain than we think. Let's get Orzhov mana, so we make sure that we have all the colors. And potentially we can draw black on the next turn. I mean, this is a black on the next turn. So, a big choice. Do we go with Liliana and try to attack their hand, or draw more cards? Or nothing. Because this can be a flash creature. Because it can be a flash creature, man, I will have to discard a card for this. It gives us selection. Alright, let's go with Liliana. So for this reason I should go with Plains then. And he's out.
You're telling me.
Man, what's up with the early scoops, man? Liliana just absolutely scares everyone, and I kinda can relate because on turn 3, if you don't have an answer, you know you are for a very bad time. Alright guys, after editing I realized that both of the early scoops were to turn 3 Liliana, so now you know why she's in the deck. And yes, a lot of decks go super wide, but the reality is that if you get -2 on one creature and they have empty board, especially decks that don't have haste, this is devastating. And because you can discard cards, normally aggro decks have fuel for much longer. You cut their power in half while not investing any mana. Imagine, like, if you didn't have to pay for your cards. This is basically what Liliana does. You discard, you know, a go for the throw, they discard a card, like a creature, and it's the same as killing them in the grand scheme of things. But you didn't pay mana for it, and this is why the card is so devastating. Why am I talking about Liliana? Rush of Dread. Man, I'll be honest, this card is really good. The fact that it rounds up is this is the big part of the card. If it rounded down, it would be absolutely, you know, bottom tier. But right now in this version, every time they have 3 creatures, you kill 2 of them. Every time they have 5 cards, you discard 3 cards. That's really good value, and especially that you can combine all of those modes. This can lead to some insane trades, and with the, you know, losing half of HP, like with Sheoldred, you have seen how quick it is. You don't even need the combo. Like, imagine you have some Elspeth tokens, some Sorin vampires, a Sheoldred in the board. You can just, you know, play this. Or play a Bloodletter. Both of the plays work because they kinda double the damage basically. And what you have in the board that your opponent safely ignored suddenly is a lethal out of nowhere. So this deck can be way more devastating than they think. You also have Fortress, so, you know, in some cases, like, you can sneak this extra damage. And let's talk about the cards, right? I mean, Insatiable Avarice is such a powerhouse. I'm starting to really love this effect of combining both of the modes. So you know that you will never draw 3 lands. One of the cards will always be great, but it's still better than the tutor, because, like, paying so much mana, getting single card, then you play the card and that's it, feels a little bit, you know, on the rough side, especially that you very often need lands. When you draw 3 cards and you know that one of them is the best card in your deck, suddenly you have lands, you have a card, and possibly you even got extra go for the throat or something. So on the next turns, your plays are so much more powerful. Of course, losing 3 life sucks, let's be honest about it. So optimally you want Sheoldred in the board so you can turn, you know, losing life into gaining life. But if you can't, very often you can still use it. You have seen that we even use it against Mono Red, and this gives you a fair chance against all the other decks, right? Because you get so much value here. To be absolutely honest, I tried to use Aven Interrupter. I thought it's a good addition for this kind of control deck, but it didn't perform for me. It's a great card, and don't don't take it the wrong way. We will keep saying it. This is extremely powerful card, but in this deck it didn't impress me. So probably a different shield would be better. Harvester of Misery was always nice, and man, I just can't resist this art. It's so cool. And the Final Showdown. Oh, and by the way, something we didn't talk about in the intro. I switched to lockdowns because I couldn't find a single Boros deck. Like, it seems that Boros just absolutely disappeared. So you know what? I think our pest control was successful. There are no pests anymore. There's only mono red right now. And for this reason I switched to lockdown. I think you will see some of the games with pest control. You know, against Atraxa that we had some problems. Lockdown isn't a big difference, but at least it hits the beanstalk, right? So we are more versatile on other decks, and we are not, you know, as per control, so we don't have as much value as blue decks. So we need to respect our cards quite a lot, especially that our only draw engine is Avarice and basically Sorin. We have only one robbery. I wanted this to be more aggressive deck, and you know, we have more like direct things to kill our opponent. One robber is basically just to give you a meal win in case everything else fails, and you just go for, you know, 8-10 mil at the end of the game, and you have the option to win. You know, sometimes Mirrex might not be enough, or you cannot go with the combo. I'm still super sad because we could win the, you know, the Atraxa game so closely, but he had the third one. He had the third ley line. So one of the switches was Lockdown, and the second one was Farewell. In first versions of the deck, I played 3 Showdowns, and this was one of the reasons I switched after the Atraxa game, I believe. You need this one sweeper, especially that you play the Avarice, right? So having one farewell is kind of the same as having 5 farewells, and that's super easy to hit. So I really think that you need at least one farewell. There's a lot of decks that, you know, either go graveyard for some weird combos, or just go a lot of enchantments and artifacts, or even Azorius artifacts. I think that farewell gives you this option, and if you play white, you probably should have one in the deck at least. And yeah, Final Showdown. Man, I like the card so far. I like the card. It's just 1 mana more expensive, but you kinda need to mix and match. Like, it cannot be your only sweeper. But so far, so good. I liked it in this deck. It definitely gave us extra options to fight aggro decks. And yeah, the losing abilities can be way more useful than you think. In many situations, you can even play it for 2, get rid of the abilities, and sometimes you break something in their combo, or, you know, their game plan. So it can be, you know, emergency card for 2. Alright guys, a lot of rambling as always, but as I'm excited for the new set, new interactions and new decks, I always like to talk. If you don't like it, you can skip it. That's why it's not in the intro. But I think there's a lot to talk about, and I like the deck. I think we have so much more to explore, so I'm excited for the next days. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, especially if you are a long-time supporter for the channel. Like, you have a special place in my heart, so thank you. Really thank you for all of this. So yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys tomorrow.